Hello and welcome to Eva's House of Spirit. I'm Eva, and today I thought I'd give you a brief update on how I've been, what's been going on, and I wanted to do something a little fun. I wanted to introduce a little spiritual slash magical tag that I put together. First of all, I have a little bit of a head cold. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm a little less congested today, but I've been dealing with this head cold. Also, I've been working with some other people on a new collaboration channel called the Biophilic Alternative. It's very like free form. We don't have weekly topics, but we do have assigned days. It's very outside the box, not very traditional or the same old kind of stuff. It's different. We're all kind of thinking outside the box and just introducing our own little personal, different sort of ideas, topics, concepts, things that we do, things that we pursue in our spirituality and magic. So if you're interested in sort of that kind of stuff, like that thinking outside the box, that very innovative sort of mentality and an approach to magic and spirituality, I welcome you to check out the Biophilic Alternative. I'm going to have a link to that collaboration channel in the description of this video. And so that's it, and it's very cool. If you could go check it out, subscribe. I think you'll definitely appreciate that. I think you'll definitely take away a lot from that. Also, I have been catching up on some client readings lately, so that's been consuming a lot of my time because my readings are handwritten. I write them out. It's just, I used to type them when I first started, but then I found that when I write them, they just kind of flow a little better for me. I feel more in touch, I guess you could say, with the readings, and then I scan them and create a PDF file, which I then send off to my clients. And being that they're handwritten, these readings, they take time. So I've been, devoting some time to that, been working a lot, dealing with some personal family stuff also. Things are okay, things are okay. Anyhow, all this said, all this stated, I want you to understand that I still do feel a very strong commitment to this channel and to all of you. I have not forgotten you guys and gals. I do really care about the material I put forth. So I hope you'll understand if there are little periods where I don't come around for a while. Sometimes I just kind of have to, take care of things on the mundane end of life. But that said, let's move on along. Let's do something a little fun. I'm going to share with you my spiritual slash magical tag. And then, those of you that choose to participate, I'll, I guess, tag you're it. So let me answer the questions, and then, you can see where it goes from there. And the questions for this will also be in the description of this video. You could just, I guess copy and paste them if you, want to do the tag and you don't want to have to go through the video and write down each question, to film it. You can just copy and paste and read from there when you answer your questions. So, question number 1. What is your favorite spiritual or magical activity or practice? I would have to say the one thing I love doing probably the most is work with incense. I find that working with incense, for prayer, to carry my prayers out to the universe, or for putting myself into the mindset of, being in the right headspace for spirituality and magic, I find it really sets the atmosphere for me. Also, I do find, charging my incense with intention, sometimes it's like you don't even need a candle, you just need a stick of incense. There's so many different ways that I apply incense in my practice, but I really love that that one activity. I really love the the connection that I feel, how much incense resonates with me. So I would have to say, yeah, working with incense. Um, Question number 2. If you could spend 1 hour with any religious or spiritual person, or spiritual or magical person, I'm sorry, living or dead, who would it be? Excuse me. You may think this is a weird answer to this question, but I would say Russell Brand. He seems like a really interesting dude, and I think that his mind is really open in terms of spirituality, and I would really love to have a long, interesting conversation with him, just to kind of see where his brain is at, you know? I think he's kind of cool. At least he's the one person that would really come to my mind anyhow. Question number 3. What does your spiritual or magical path or practice give you that you treasure most? I would have to say a sense of purpose and a sense of empowerment. That is at the absolute core of my path, my practice. The purpose I get is, especially as a tarot reader and a spiritual worker, when I do work for others, I feel a sense of really helping people, especially being that my service, the services that I offer, I charge so little for my services. I make them available to people that don't have tons of money or do not have the time to save up money because they have other expenses and stuff in their life. So I feel that my services are inclusive of those that sometimes kind of get left behind when other readers and workers charge so much, I believe that it's more about helping people. Sure, that little bit, the $3 or the $5 or the $20, whatever, depending what the service or the reading happens to be, that little tiny amount of money, yeah, sure, it helps. But I also have a day job. I don't expect to make my living entirely from helping people. Sometimes, too, I will throw in, free advice or free work or, depending on the situation, the person, what's going on. Sometimes, like, someone will come to me and they'll be like, oh, I want a 3-card reading for $5. And I'll do the reading and then I'll sometimes give them something extra. Or, if someone comes to me a lot, I'll give them extra things. Sometimes, oh, I need help. Oh, it's on the house, like it depends. Or sometimes someone comes to me, I don't have money. And I will advise them, here's what you can do, with what you have, and it's like I'll tell them what to do spiritually for spiritual work with things that they have readily available in their home, like I will work with people. And I feel that that's something that really the community has really needed. There should be help available for everyone in every situation, in every financial situation, in every life situation. And the sense of empowerment I get is a sense of control over the events, circumstances, issues that pop up in my life. I feel a sense of control. Like I am not stuck. I can do something if things are not going so well. Question number 4. What spiritual or magical topic or practice do you not know much about but are drawn to learning more about? Honestly, I'd have to say palmistry. There is a lot to learn in the divinatory practice of palmistry. It's something that really takes a lot of time to get to know well, and I am interested in learning more about that. I have only just begun reading about that topic, but I think it's going to take me a long time to get as good with that or to get a grasp of that. That would be, let's say, on par with my connection to tarot. But that's definitely something I do want to learn. I do want to learn how to read palms. And finally, Final question. What spiritual or magical tool or ingredient could you absolutely not live without? If I could have only one thing, let's say, for whatever reason, some entity, force, or power came down from above and said, you can only have one tool or ingredient from now on, I would probably go with a deck of tarot cards, and among my decks, if I had to choose only one deck, I would go with my Art Nouveau deck. It's a deck that's out of print, but that's not why I would choose it. I would choose it because that was one of my first decks when I first started out, and I developed a very, very strong and deep connection to that deck. And I just really love the imagery on it. It's one of my favorite decks. So if I could choose anything, I would choose that. I could help people with that. I could continue to do my readings, and I could, do tarot spells where you utilize the imagery in the tarot cards and you manifest things through the imagery, through the symbolism, through the power, the energy of the card. Just for meditation, I can use that. I mean, there's so many things I could do with a deck of tarot cards that's what I would choose. So, those are my answers to my spiritual/magical tag that I have come up with. So tag your it. I'd love to hear what all of you have to say in answer to these questions. And with that said, I have to run. I have to get ready to go to work. So have a great day. Blessed be and Ashe. Stay awesome. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye for now.